she cute? I just think she's so cute. This Sunbonnet Sue kit is for those who want to cut out their own Sunbonnet Sue quilt from their own fabric. It can be from scraps they have, from fat quarters, or just from yardage that they purchase. This kit includes the 5 templates, and they are marked, as you can see, for right and left facing. The kit also contains the 2 guides that are used for placing the pieces on the quilt so that there is uniformity in all of your blocks. It also comes with instructions that not only give you the yardage, but it also gives you step-by-step instructions on how to put it together. Step number 1, cut your fabric that you are using for your blocks into a 10.5 inch strip. Then cut your 10.5 inch strip into 10.5 inch blocks. You need to cut 9 of these. The next step is your heat and bond. You can buy it in a big package like this that is 17 inches wide, or you can buy it in a small package like this. Both of these are 17 inches wide. This is a yard and this is 5 yards. If you are doing the 9 block, you will need 1 of these. If you're doing more than the 9 block, you may want to invest in a bigger package or 2 of these. Heat and bond comes in a large piece that is 17 inches wide. You will want to cut your heat and bond into 5-inch strips. For this quilt, you will need to cut 6 of these strips. Using the templates, you then trace left side or right side, depending on which way you're going to have your Sunbonnet Sue's face. You trace them onto the paper side, not the glue side, which is the rough, gluey side. You want to do it on the paper side of the heat and bond. As you can see, they fit on there. You get more on if you alternate. Let me go in a little closer and you can see this a little better. I use a mechanical pencil because it gives me a fine point, which I like. You can get 3, if you can get 4 bonnets on one, you get 3 skirts on the other. You can put some feet on the end. You cut your fabric 5 inches, and then you want to turn your fabric over to the back side, and then you are going to take your sheets and you're going to iron them on the back of your fabric so they become one piece. If you're not sure about which colors, how many left and how many right are going to be on an individual color, it's best to cut these pieces out before you iron them down. So you know you want a left this color, and a head this color, and a foot this color, and an arm this color. If you know you're going to do multiples of the same, then it's easier just to leave them in the strip. If you are using scraps and you're going to make a multicolored one, you'll want to cut these out individually before you iron them down so that you know you've got the right hat on the right color facing the right direction. Once they're ironed down, your next step is just to follow your drawing paces on the back, and you're going to cut out the pieces. So your pieces are now fabric that have got a heat and bond ironed on the back. Remember that your hands, even though you can draw those on your heat and bond, these will be ironed onto a white or different colored fabric. Your next step is to take your 10.5 inch blocks that you have cut and your guide that is in the kit. The guide is the same size as the block and should fit edge to edge. It just depends on which way you want your Sunbonnet Sue to face, whether you want her to face right, or if you turn it over and put it down, you have her facing left. Once your guide is down, you start in order at the bottom, and you get the foot, you peel off the paper, and you put it down in the foot, and you iron it on. Then you take the skirt, you pull off the paper, you put it in the guide, you tack it down, iron it on, and you put on the bonnet. Pull off the paper, the gluey side down in the guide, and iron it down. There is a second guide, and that is the one for the arm. Once you have the others on there, you take the guide for the arm. Then we take the hand first. We peel off the paper. We put the hand at the bottom. And then we take the arm and we peel off the paper and we put on the arm. Now that you have your Sunbonnet Sue all tacked, the directions tell you that you need to cut from your fabric a strip that is 1.5 inches long, and that strip will make 4 of these 10.5 inches if you've got a 42-inch fabric. Cut these. These are your pieces that are going to go around the outside. You've also cut an extra strip, an extra one of these 1.5s, so that you can cut your 1.5-inch squares. And there are 4 of those to each block. When you're through, you have a border that looks like this. The outside border, you can choose whether you want to do a green or whether you want to do the pink. It is a 2.5-inch strip, and you cut 4 of those because it's a 40-inch. You will be able to get one of these off the width of your fabric. And then you need to cut one extra one for your, of the opposite color, for your corners. I have found that if you are going to use the dark color in the center, sometimes it's best to use the light on the outside. The other thing I would suggest is that you alternate the position of the dark color. The skirt on one and make the dark color the hat on the other, so they're not exactly the same, just a little different. And you can alternate facing with colors. Your choice. I hope this kit has made it easier for you to make your own darling Sunbonnet Sue quilt.